why I love a long road trip. If you're watching this, there's a good chance you don't love or even like long road trips. You ask yourself, and whoever will listen, why can't we just get there? And I'm sorry you're frustrated. Try picturing a funky duck in the car next to you, headbanging like nobody's business. It might just make you smile, and it's completely free. I personally love a long road trip where every sign is an invitation, and preparedness and open-handedness are both equally rewarded. It's the ultimate intersection of planning and surprise. Maybe you beat the morning traffic because you planned on it, but maybe you stop for a hole-in-the-wall place to eat even though you didn't plan on that. Some things, after all, you can't prepare for. Once as a kid, when my road trips were accompanied by a heavy dose of Adventures in Odyssey and a rotation of DVDs featuring some family favorites, I put an egg roll in a Ziploc bag and stored it in the glove box for the road trip ahead. And when I was finally ready for it wasn't ready for me, and our van stunk for weeks. That's the point, I think. We're not supposed to hold on to any of it for too long. We're passing through all of it, or it's passing through all of us, like manna in our fingertips, daily, sustaining, momentary graces with no need to cling, no expectation to try and shove everything we see into our car, although I'm sure if you find a trinket or souvenir you really like, there will be room. And if you get tired of the ever-changing scenery or the thought that every car holds a neighbor with hopes and fears, there is always temporary sanctuary for the weary traveler where you and your car can both refuel. Don't be overwhelmed by talk of membership. If they ask you if you have a member's card and you tell them no, they may just answer honestly with, "That's alright, neither do I." The gas station won't just relieve your bladder, but it will restore your stomach's faith in the day with the sight of zebra cakes, rotisserie corn dogs, salads that may surprise you, and coffees you can mix just right to your liking. Everyone you pass in the gas station is circling for that perfect snack, like sleep-deprived shark for their prey, except these prey don't feel pain and there's plenty to go around. Sometimes there's even a 2-for-1 special. And by the way, after being in the car for hours, there is nothing like a gas station stretch. It's like your body is allowed to reach for the heavens and, for a moment, touches them too. And when you're back on the road, you can always change it up. If your passenger princess or phone call companion go to sleep, there are always new albums to try, podcasts you keep putting off, and thoughts you've been suppressing longer than you realized. But look at that view. Even if your thoughts are hard to hold sometimes, the scenery can offer to hold your thoughts' hand. And if you're weirded out by this, you can say no thank you. If you're not really ready to open up those thoughts, I highly recommend the El Camino album by the Black Keys. If, however, you're open to being ready for those thoughts, I highly recommend the Maybe album by Valley. And if you want to open those thoughts but don't know how, I highly recommend Teaser and the Firecat by Cat Stevens. And of course, if you want to play roulette with your emotions, Taylor Swift's latest work is always available. Do you ever drive down the road and realize how many places the road that you're on leads to, and how many places the wheels that you control could carry you? The possibilities for detour are endless, and if you ride it right, a long road is like a thought that you're not in a rush to finish. A long road trip can take you from some of the people, places, and things you love to more people, places, and things you love. Plus, there's always that chance that you'll be introduced to some new ones along the way. I'll see you out there.